Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We're taking a look at Veracity, VRA. And just before we do, look at Bitcoin first. And if you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I have over 15 years of trading experience, however, my goal is to help you become a better, more effective trader. I have a Signal group and a trading community. Link in the description below for that if you're interested in becoming a better trader. Now moving forward, looking at Bitcoin, let's go ahead and quickly identify we have a descending wedge pattern here, which is typically a bullish pattern. So price comes up and eventually breaks out. Right, that's the standard procedure for this. How much lower will it go? It's hard to say specifically. 60,000 seems to be a pretty strong support. We've also got a decent amount of volume, right at about 55,000 if we do lose support, but also right at the price point where it's at right now. So 61,000, we've seen the most volume in the last 2 to 3 weeks. It's a pretty big deal. Last thing to note as well, though, keep this in mind, is the price is currently under the simple moving average 50 on the 4-hour chart, whereas the price action is trending closer to the 200-day simple moving average. So that 200 could effectively work as a support level, pushing the price action up. All right, we'll see soon here, but I would say a position closer to 60,000 wouldn't be a terrible consideration to just maybe consider adding to your position or taking a long position to the upside. Take a look here at Veracity. Obviously, we broke its all-time high previously, right? So right around 51 cents when the one-day candlestick couldn't go past. We are looking at that being a strong support level now, right? So great news there. We lose, price retraces down. We're looking at right at about 51 cents as a good strong support. Now, for the last 3 days, we can see the price is having some difficulty passing this point. Now we've got 10 minutes left in this trading cycle, so it's pretty safe to say, unless that we see like a burst here in the next 10 minutes, that this is still considered to be somewhat of a resistance, right? So right around 8, hold on, I've been misspeaking. Yeah, sorry, not 50 cents. I said 50 earlier. It's 5.1 cents as a support. Whereas right now the resistance is right around 8 cents. So almost an even 8 cents is the resistance level here. So 3 days in a row, it's failed to get past that point. It's not a bad thing, don't get wrong, right? Because we do have this ascending wedge pattern forming, which is always a good thing. Just means that we might wait another 24 or 40 hours to see the breakout to the upside, okay? But it does look like it's shaping up to break out fairly well, because it did this before too. Right before this resistance level, it decided it wanted to break out and have a nice ascending pattern, and we're seeing the same thing here as well. So I think it's a good chance we're going to see Veracity go on a push to right around 10 cents. I think that's pretty likely. So we'll go ahead and take a look at smaller time frames to identify what that looks like. You went back to the one-day chart. Let's look at this here. We are below 70 on the RSI. That's perfect. Gives it a chance to go ahead and consolidate. So we're looking great there. Looking at the 4-hour, we are above the 50-day simple moving average. Now this is awesome, and this is actually something that happens quite consistently. And you can see what had happened before, right? This ascending wedge pattern breakout to the upside, that was kind of assisted by the 50-day simple moving average. See the same thing here as well. 50-day simple moving average is essentially working as a support level. When the 50-day SMA is concurrent with your ascending wedge pattern, then you're likely to see a breakout to the upside. In fact, this wedge pattern might be more likely to look like this because of the fact that it'll probably break out a lot sooner than days. We're talking probably more so hours at this point, okay? Looking very good though. That 50 is working fantastically here for Veracity. So I'd love to see it, yeah. So definitely looking very good here for VRA. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the 1 hour and see what's going on here. And just to quickly identify where we're at in the cloud. So on the 1 hour chart, we did break through the cloud here recently. So what should happen is that the price can't essentially stay here and just kind of gets rejected out. It'll probably come back down and bounce off the cloud and continue upwards. That happens very, very frequently in bullish markets. You can kind of see previously here where it bounced off of the support of the Ichimoku cloud. So there's a good chance we might see that here as well too. So pay attention to that. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at, well, TD sequential is probably going to be a reset. We're at a 4, so we may see a couple more hours of continuation to the upside, but I think it's probably done for the moment because it needs to consolidate a little bit further before we see a breakout to the top, essentially, right? So what very well could happen is the price could, essentially retrace back down just a little bit further. Might see about 8 to 10 hours of consolidation, retracement, and then it ramps back up to break to the upside. That's a very strong likelihood here. So when we go and do this, let's go ahead and put down the good old Fibonacci retracement. Take a quick look here, and big surprise, Fibonacci 0.786 is a very common line on the retracement that occurs when we have bullish momentum. And you can see that previous resistance level is essentially right there on the line, which is great. That basically just tells us that this is essentially looking very good. So big picture here, let's go ahead and take a zoom out and see. Big picture with this here, what we're looking at is if we get a break to the upside, the next run, in other words, it'll be very similar to this, right? This broke to the upside, and now we're right where we're at right now. 56% later, we're going to see the same continuation up to maybe about a 40% increase, right around 11.2 cents. So 11.2, I would say, would be a better case scenario on this next push, and that would take place roughly in the next 2 weeks. So 2 to 4 weeks, easy 11 cents. We might even see somewhere in the range of 15 to 20 cents by year end, depending on how well Bitcoin performs. What I mean by that is, when Bitcoin price increases all the way up to just say 6 figures, 100,000, then we get that market capitalization, that dominance receding from Bitcoin, it'll funnel into coins like this, and they're going to take off, and that's when altcoin season officially starts. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There's a lot of things factoring in here, but I really love what I see here with VRA. I think we're going to still see a continuation of the upside, and we should have about 40% more growth before any significant sideways action. Okay, again, history doesn't repeat itself, but it often does, right? That's essentially how it works. It doesn't have to, but it can. So if we see this here, get a little breakout to the upside, it'll come up here and start consolidating right around this range here. That's approximately what it did before, right? Could very well happen again. So anyways, that's where we're looking at here for VRA. Definitely good shape. If you are in your position, consider holding it. Maybe add to your position because there's a strong likelihood we're going to see a break to the upside here soon. And obviously, take it from there. So this looks to be a pretty good signal here I might send out to my community members. And also, speaking of which, if you're not currently subscribed, check that out. We actually have somewhere in the range of 60, 70 members in only 3 months. It's been growing very fast. And what we do is I share all of my trade with my community members, and I send out signals through a trading bot, and everything's just automated, one-click follow, super, super stealthy. It's really cool. So check that out in your own time. I have a descriptive video, cards up here, and also a description below if you're interested in kind of referencing that. But I do average about 85% success rate. But more importantly, you're going to learn a lot of how to become more of a self-sufficient, more effective trader. And that's what we're all here for, right? We need to grow and learn together, and that's what we can do. So reach out to me. Feel free to message me through Telegram if you would like more information. If not, that's cool too. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.